Welcome to Body Reconnect, where I help you to listen to the signs and signals your body sends you every day so that you can live your best, healthiest life. My name is Michelle Dominique. So today we're talking about Mental Health Awareness Month, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm going to give you some tips and some things to consider that will take you through the entire year, not just this month. So let's talk about mental health. Mental health is the byproduct of emotional health, is the byproduct of physical health, is the byproduct of nutrition, is the byproduct of gut health. Let's start with gut health because we want to keep separating everything, but you really can't. They're all tied together. And when you don't address the other 5 things that I talked about, it'll throw the mental health out of whack. So, first of all, starting with gut health. Gut dysbiosis is huge in our society. Gut dysbiosis is your ability to break down food and release food. So that's heartburn, diverticulitis, constipation, diarrhea. All of those things are signs that your gut is out of order, not functioning well, dysbiosis, right? So cleaning up your gut. I don't mean 6-pack. I don't mean eating, a certain amount a day. None of that stuff. A lot of it is what you eat, but a lot of it is the energy under which you eat it. Here's what I mean. Talked about emotional health. If you are eating on the run, you're eating while you're driving, you're slamming stuff down, all of those things affect the way your gut, your stomach takes in the food. Now, if you've not heard this before, I think I have a whole video on this. So check my page on the vagus nerve. That is the connection, the gut-brain connection. They're finding out, and it's very questionable as to whether your brain controls your gut or your gut controls your brain. So here's the deal. We do know that there's a superhighway there, but I have to ask you, if it is true that what you put in your gut, what you put in your stomach controls your emotional, mental output, how you show up in your personality, the question to ask is, what are you putting in your body? What are you eating? Right? So focusing on that, a very good full spectrum pre-post biotic, very good. Check out a video. I have this on there. Another thing is sometimes it's not just what you're eating. I make about 80% of my food at home. I, however, cannot control how my food is grown, right? So even I have to supplement VMG. I have a video about that. Your nutrition is pivotal. We are at an all-time high on how little we sleep. How little we sleep. So that means we are burning and churning our bodies. And even for those of us who are, getting a full spectrum diet, who are cooking our own food, who are doing the thing to add the green shakes and all of that, still can't control how the food is being processed, grown, and cultivated. You're gonna need some help. Feed your body. Most of us in this society deal with malnourishment. We're malnourished, but we're overweight. And that's because we're eating a lot of things, but we are consuming very little in nutrients. This can affect your mental health. Physical, the physical or the lack of physical movement can affect your mental health. The body is a machine. It is not just a machine. It is the most complex smart device ever created. It was made to move. Many of us sit and work our minds all day. There is no substitute for the physical. No, you do not have to run and join a gym. But those endorphins, they're produced naturally, the same ones that you find in a lot of medications that are designed to address depression, you can get that from movement. You were designed to get that from movement. The first thing I would encourage you is, if you're feeling the blues, get up and move even before you do the probiotic, even before you do the vitamins. Move your body. I don't care if you live in the country or if you live in a city, in an apartment. Walk around your house and then turn around and walk around the other way. I have something for you. For all of you who used to like to bust a move on the dance floor when you were younger, get Pandora, Spotify, go back, 80s, 90s, 70s. I don't care if you're Motown, bust a move, get some videos, do those temptation steps. Movement is what your body is yearning. If you're feeling down, move before you do anything else. Movement, right? So we talked about the gut. We talked about nourishing the body. We talked about the physical part. Let's get to the part that nobody likes to address, but it is what it is, the emotional part. If you are holding on to repressed, unexpressed, stuffed, stifled emotions, it's like a toxic soup. You don't have to cry, you don't have to but you do have to acknowledge and release. Will it solve the situation? No. What I learned and turned into a business is that me understanding that I was given somebody else's emotional burden that they couldn't process, right? And I don't mean in a love relationship. I mean like a parent-child relationship. I mean like a sibling relationship, right? Hurt people. Yeah. So someone who couldn't process their emotions and made you the benefactor of that attitude or that punishment, and you pick that up. You got to release that. Reach out to me. I have a very simple step-by-step to help you stay in power, while you're cleaning up your emotional toxicity. My friend, here's one thing that you can do anywhere, anytime. I'm always using essential oils. Balance is one of my favorite oils when I'm experiencing a moment of stress. Breathe is another oil. I like to put a couple of drops on my wrist here. Create a curtain and just block the world out. You can do this. I've done this in a line of people while I'm waiting for a service. I've done this in my car, especially if I had to leave. If I'm at work, I usually eat in my car or I go somewhere. And the first thing I do is just cleanse before I eat my food. I don't want to eat my food with all of that stress. If I just left those folks with a ton of stress, I'm taking that stress in my belly and I'm trying to digest food. It doesn't work like that. Your body will not just push it through. And you know that. That's why you're carrying Tums and Rolaids and all of the other things. Take a moment and take a breath. If you don't have oils with you, just take a moment. Count to 10. Don't heave your chest. Make sure that breath goes all the way down to your pelvic floor. Take a moment, stop, and breathe. What that does is take you out of fight or flight. If you've heard that before, that angst and that pressure and that a lion's chasing me, I gotta move. No, it takes you out of that and it engages the part in you. It's like a switch. Breathing is literally like a switch to take you out of flight or fight into your parasympathetic brain. That brain that's rational, logical, and can say, don't say that because that's going to cause a problem, or that it'll say, don't do that. Take 60 seconds. If you can do 5 minutes, that's fantastic. Take 60 seconds and just count to 10 times. Breathe yourself out of the stress. Now, is that going to change your whole life, these tips I've given you? Yeah, actually they can, but they can make a huge difference, and they're all so simple, and they're all so easy, and they all play a part overall in your mental health. Try them today. Try one today. You can do this. Stop outsourcing your health. Doesn't mean that you won't have to see someone for your mental health. But when you take these steps first, it at least helps you to get a grip on where the problem might be coming from. Because just taking pills, throwing spaghetti on the wall, you don't even know what triggers it. Not just somebody made you mad, but you don't know the depths of your trigger. That's problematic. Contact me if you'd like to have a free wellness session, and I'll help you walk through how to remove safely and be in power when you remove the toxic emotions from your past. But in the meantime, use these tips for yourself and with your family. And if you have children, they are applicable to everyone to help you take control of your mental health. As always, schedule your free wellness consult by reaching out to me. Hit me up with a DM. I look forward, I relish, and I hope you feel this through the screen because I have worked on my own mental health. I relish the opportunity to help you show up in the world, to your family, to your community, at your office, as the best version of yourself. I look forward to helping you do that. Reach out to me today to schedule. You're absolutely free. You don't have to purchase anything. I want to help you. Consultation. Please share this video. Please like, please share. Man, people need to see this. A lot of people are hurting, and just these 5 simple steps could really make the difference. Until next time.